Food is a common denominator for every single person in the world. So the beauty about it, Air Protein, is that it doesn't actually change the process of cooking. It's just adding protein. It doesn't smell, it doesn't add any flavor. I've always thought that technology is the future, and Air Protein is the future of cooking.
So if you can imagine, we make protein from air. We created this place where you can come and see the future. We call it the Air Farm, which is where we're creating the farmers of tomorrow, because we're at a major turning point. 100 years ago, most of this wasn't here. And so much of our landscapes are changing as the population continues to grow. We go from our 8+ billion today to 9 billion to 10 billion and beyond. How are we gonna feed all these people? How can we make food in a way that is resource efficient, in a way that is highly nutritious? In 2005, I was one of the many people that went to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina hit. And after that, I realized that I wanted my work to have an impact in the world. You know, just seeing the impact of huge weather events and knowing that the reality is what we're seeing is more intense weather events that are more extreme, and that impacts people. How do you get food to a place where there is a disaster and where your traditional supply chains are broken? So there is a resilience that we need in our food system. My mom was one of 14, and they all grew up on a farm in Louisiana. And they know what it means to make food. They know what it means to grow food. They know the distance that food travels to get to our plates. While I do come from a family of farmers, my path was very scientific in nature. We are inspired by NASA. The work that they did was during the 1960s and 70s, during the Apollo space program. How do you feed an astronaut or a team of astronauts on a long space journey? We picked up where that research left off. This is how we can do it. We can take elements of the air, water, and energy and a culture that is very similar to a yogurt culture and grow that culture in a very resource-efficient way and make nutrients to feed the body in a matter of hours. So just imagine just taking a few seeds in a matter of hours. That culture becomes protein-rich flour that you can make bread and pasta and cereals and bars, salad dressings, and beyond.
It's just adding protein. Literally, the imagination is the limit.
One of the benefits is the resource efficiency. It would take a soy farm the size of Texas to give you the same amount of protein that you would get from an Air Protein farm the size of Walt Disney World. What kind of skill set do you need to cultivate a yogurt culture? Well, you need like biologists and microbiologists. You need food scientists. Dr. Rao is a part of the founding team of Air Protein. She's been with me on the whole Air Protein journey.
My role at Air Protein has evolved to arrive at managing the research and development. I was always interested in chemistry as a child. My dad, he was a food scientist. That kind of led me to think about how best I can work in the same space.
Dr. Rao and her team were the first in the world to make food from air. So we're really at that inflection point where we raised over $100 million, and we're having conversations with these large companies. For the world type of thing. How can we take this innovation and get it into brands that you and I know and love today so that we can create the future of food for tomorrow. We just finished a project around designing our first commercial facility.
That commercial scale facility design was a big achievement because it was done in a very short time period of 6 months. Projects are complex. There are many layers, just like there are in an onion. You have to ensure that all the layers are able to be executed. Otherwise, research and development that we do can never be executed into reality unless you divide it into different work packages. And we were able to complete the project within the specified amount of time.
Imagine in the future where you can deploy air farms anywhere throughout the world, and you can make food rapidly. You can make food resiliently. Address food insecurity. You can address affordability. That's really the vision that we're all focused on, and do it in a way that's not only good for people, but good for the planet.